Well, good morning everybody. It is the next morning. All of our stuff has settled out. I don't know if you can see, there's our gold. Our fluid is nice and clear. There is our silver. So I'm going to go ahead and get things set up. We're going to go ahead and convert this silver. I did get an email back from him. He actually asked if he could have all the gold, and he is going to send my share to me actually in silver. So he's actually trading me silver for my share of the gold. So we will be doing a melt, and we'll see what we got out of that. And it actually makes it easy because we can just melt the whole shot. So I'll get back to you when I get set up. We're going to go ahead and start rinsing this. I'm going to get the water turned on. Get over here to our chemical. That's our chemical shelf, but we're going to go ahead and get our rinse water boiling. So we will be back at you guys. There's some more scrap. I got to take it apart. I got scrap everywhere. Anyhow, so we'll get back at you in just a few minutes, and I'm gonna siphon this off and drain this off and siphon it off, and I got to do a stannous test on this to make sure there's no gold left in solution, and then we'll be moving on. So we'll see you in a few minutes. Okay guys, I just quickly wanted to bring you in on this. This little bottle has it's actually a stannous chloride that is, you just mix it with it's a powder that you mix with distilled water, and it works very well. The thing that's nice about it is it doesn't go bad. This is actually just some hydrochloric acid that I saved in a little bottle from when I removed tin from my boards. Now this one is showing nothing. This one, this is not pure stannous. I'm sure there's other stuff in there, but it's showing that there's something in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pour this off into another beaker. I'm going to pour our gold. I'm not going to take any chances. I'm going to go ahead and pour this off into another beaker, and I'm going to hit it with a little bit more just dry sodium metabisulfite and see if anything else falls out of solution. But I just wanted to bring you in on that. It is probably, this is actually probably the better stuff to be using, because like I said, this is not pure stannous chloride, but I just kind of keep it around just to have extra and to check against myself. So anyway, whatever it is, this one is showing that there's a lot. This one's showing that there's absolutely nothing. So we're going to go ahead and, like I said, put this in another beaker, and I'm just going to add some sodium metabisulfite just for the heck of it, to see if we get anything else out of it. So let me get my tripod out here, get things set up, and we'll do that right quick, and then we are going to get our silver drained off and go ahead and get it converted. So we'll be back at you in a minute. Hey guys, we got our fluids poured off. I just want to show you real quick. This was our Aqua Regia that tested positive with this stuff, but negative with my regular testing solution. So I'm going to go ahead and just dump this, because obviously everything I test with it's going to show positive. I hit this with about a good 2 more tablespoons of sodium metabisulfite, and it's been about 10 minutes and we have nothing coming out of solution. So this is pretty much a dead solution. So like I said, I'm just going to toss this because there's no point in keeping it. I've got my water heating up. We're going to rinse our gold. Like I said, we're going to go ahead and melt that. And I'm going to go ahead and convert this with sodium hydroxide into silver oxide. And then I'm going to use glycerin to convert it to metallic silver, so we can get it melted up and see what we got out of it. I'm not going to do that on camera because I just did it last time when I did the jewelry video, a couple vids back. So anyhow, I'm going to go get my tripod so we can watch the melt, and I'll get back to you when we're ready to melt this stuff. So we'll see you in a bit. Well guys, we finally got our chores done today. So I am actually going to get to melt this metal now and see what we ended up with. It is still blazing hot out here. I actually can't wait for winter this year, which I'll probably regret saying come winter, but right now it's just been uncomfortably hot. So we are going to melt this silver, see what we ended up with, and I'll talk again when the torch work is done. Okay guys, our silver has sheeted over, and this is actually natural pure silver that we recovered from our gold. And there should be, because of the way we did this recovery, there should be no gold in this silver. It should just be pure silver. So there that is. I'm going to get back at you in just a minute, and we're going to go ahead and do our gold. So I'll be right back at you. Okay guys, here was our chunk of silver. I actually got our gold poured off into a dish. The way I do that is I just take it right out of the beaker. I pour it into here, and then I take a dry paper towel and fold it up and tip it to the side and suck the rest of the water out. That saves having to burn up a filter, and also keeps the dish clean. And as soon as I warm this up a little bit, I'll toss some borax on it, and we'll finish up our melt. But anyway, like I told you earlier, he's actually going to trade me some silver for this. So this entire button will go to him, and my cut will actually be the silver that he trades me for it. So let's go ahead. We're going to go slow. Once again, like I said, with the torch, it gets too hard to talk. So we'll be back at you in just a sec. Okay guys, this is absolutely beautiful. We are getting our cracks and collapse indicating pure gold. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And I'm going to show you another way that we know that it's pure gold. Absolutely beautiful. So there is our refined gold. I'm going to drop both of these in the pickle pot. But once again, there's no mistaking that color. I can't really see through the camera right now because I'm red spotted in the eye from the torch. But it cracked and collapsed. And this is one other thing I want to show you. Let me grab my tongs. Look at how clean the melting dish is. So that tells you, unlike this little guy, when we were doing some of the other gold, when we first melted it off, you see all the black in there? There's no black in there. That borax is clean. So that tells us pretty much that we have a pure product. Alrighty guys, we're going to get inside. I'm going to toss these two in the pickle pot. We're going to see what we ended up with. Beautiful button of pure gold and a beautiful button of pure silver. So we successfully separated our materials. And next thing to do is weigh them up and see what our yield was. So we will be back at you in just a few. Alrighty everybody, we are inside for our final tally. We've got our little buttons out of the pickle pot. So we are going to see what we ended up with. Our little silver button weighs in at 2.59 grams. And our gold button weighs in at 6.87 grams. Which is 6/100ths, actually 6/100ths more than what my starting weight is. But what it tells me is our primary impurity in those gold flakes and Alaskan gold and even the little Georgia gold, the little amalgam. Our primary was actually silver. So we have, let's see, 6.87. I called the button when we started at 18 karat. So let's see. Let's just see for the heck of it how close that was. We have, let's see, 6.87. And it actually figures out that I thought when we started out we were at 75%, which is as close as I could call it gold. By the time it's all said and done, we actually came out that what we started with was 73% pure gold and 27% silver. We virtually had maybe trace amounts of copper or palladium or platinum or other precious metals that didn't even, or that's going to be in the fluids lost. So there we are. We have completed this refine. I'm actually going to send this entire button back to him. He is going to trade me. He told me to keep the silver button, and then he is going to trade me the value of my percentage of this button in silver. So guys, that wraps it up. I hope you enjoyed this natural gold refine. Just on a quick note, this is my stuff right here. I actually got it on a trade from me and BJ the Crow did a trade, and this is some of the gold that I got from him. This is actually larger stuff. I don't remember exactly what is here, 9 grams, 8 grams, whatever. But if anybody is interested in this, let me know. I will let it go for spot price. And there's normally a premium on natural gold, but I will let this go for spot price because really all I'm going to do with it is refine it down. And I mean, it's kind of a shame to do that. There's some nice size stuff in here. If you're interested in this, drop me an email. My email and my address and everything is always below in the description area. But if anybody wants this, wants to save it from the refiner and the melt, get a hold of me, and I will let it go for spot price. And like I said, normally, natural gold fetches a little premium above. And this is not little stuff. There's some decent sized material in here. So anyway guys, this wraps up our video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I think we're going to be going back to doing a couple of computer things next. I actually have a couple more job refines coming in. Okay guys, so you saw the little insert where I put in stay to the end of the video and I would explain this, or explain how this was possible. We started with 9.40 grams when we had all our metal melted together. In other words, all our little buttons, our flakes and everything. We started at 9.40 grams. We ended up at the end with this button of gold, which is 6.87 grams, and this button of silver, or pure silver, which is 2.59 grams, which gave us a total of 9.46, which is virtually impossible. Okay, one thing I can tell you about refining, the metal doesn't grow. So now I'm going to tell you how this happened. I don't know if you remember in the first video, but if you saw this laid out, this is the copper that I use, because I'm almost out of copper. So this is the copper that I used to inquart this gold, all that gold. What this copper came from is this copper actually came from the bars that I poured to drop silver out of silver nitrate. So on the outside of these bars is a little tiny bit of residual silver, and in fact, I don't know if you can see that, if you can see the white on here. I don't know if you can or not, but that is actually a little tiny bit of residual silver. In other words, it's silver that is actually still stuck to this copper, and you can see it on all of it, because this was down inside, and you know, I pulled them out before they were done because they were getting small. So that left a small deposit of silver on that copper. And that's how we ended up with 6/100ths of a gram more than we started with. It's because this copper actually has some silver on it. So I thought I would toss that in just real quick at the end of this video, because I know that somebody out there is going to say, well, that, you know, a scale error is usually, you know, 100th or 200th or whatever, but we kept weighing these and getting the same thing over and over and over, so I finally tested some of this copper, and that's what it was. So I just wanted to toss that in because it was kind of a conundrum. I know when I actually weighed it, I was shocked. So anyway, guys, appreciate you. Like I said, I wanted to explain that and show how it was actually possible for us to gain 0.6 of a gram, or 6/100ths of a gram of silver. So, alrighty guys, take care.